idea started when my mother-in-law went to England and brought me back a big pile of UK magazines. And we saw them in there and just thought, what a great idea, why aren't they in New Zealand? And so started researching and discovering that yes, they could come in, and that there would be some interested people from the research I did. Well, there's 3 standard models and their main difference is in height. So there's a small, a medium and a large. The internal heights are 2.13, 2.22 and 2.29 metres internal height. They just vary very slightly in the width, becoming a little bit smaller on the smaller medium models. And then we have a new chassis which is built on a 4.25 tonne rear wheel drive with dual rear wheels for the even bigger payload. The small van takes up to a 16 hand horse, or 2 times 16 hand horses. The medium we say generally takes 2 times 16 3 hand horses, and the large is for horses up to 17 2 hands, so your big hunters and dressage horses, etc. The standard payload is 1700 kgs on a 3.9 tonne chassis, and you can get more than that on the 4.25 tonne chassis. So the horses walk on forwards, tap their rump over and their heads face towards the rear of the vehicle. You can have their heads hanging over into the living area, or you can have a wall and have them completely separate from the living area. To unload, you simply turn their head around and they can walk off the horse van facing forwards as well. The rear-facing study basically talks about the physiology of the horse and how when they're facing backwards they can handle the braking pressures more easily because they can lean into their hocks, so a lot of their strength is in their rear. So they're not being thrown forward when you brake. And also for cornering, they've got more sway in their shoulders, so they can lean into the corners a lot easier through their shoulders than through their hips. In the van there is a partition which has different options for widening or reducing the width of the horse space. So if you have a horse who prefers a tight space, you can do that. If you have a horse that wants the whole van to itself, you can totally remove the partition. The horse living area is completely customisable. You can actually have extended versions and fit more in as well, such as a kitchenette. The features in the horse area vary between the small and the large models. In the large, the standard comes with a single bed, bench seats, a table, 12-volt power so you can make your own cup of tea, toast, etc. and a porta potty and a full-length tack wardrobe with saddle poles, bridle racks and space for your clothes. It's a rubber floor, it can actually be hosed out, all the materials are very durable, even the upholstery is wipeable and washable. The horse van can be used as a camper van. The chest bar and the partition come right out and you can have a big open space and add a double bed. And as I said before, you can have the living area with wood panel grain, wooden floors or carpet, that's up to you. And also they can be used for things such as mountain bikes and motocross bikes, and as a goods van, or if your husband's a builder, to take his tools to jobs, etc. Because the chassis are 2007 or later, they're very modern. They come with options such as air conditioning. They all have CD players with steering wheel controls. You can have leather upholstery, air conditioning, electric windows, mirrors, seats, etc. And they all have an immobiliser and alarm which you just set with the touch of the button on the key. All of our models come standard with a horse area camera, so you can watch your beloved horse while you're driving, and also reversing cameras, so you've got no issues with parking and manoeuvring backwards. The types of people we're targeting with these cross a range of industries, so the thoroughbred racing, the harness racing, and also your at-home hobby rider or competition rider. We definitely have some happy customers who have upgraded, if you like, from a float, which just makes their reversing and turning and manoeuvring so much easier. And you don't miss out on anything if you're coming down from a bigger truck as well, so we're hoping to really expand the range in New Zealand. The feedback is fabulous, everyone loves it.
I enjoy riding, it's my hobby. We have a big adult riding group here. We do all sorts of things. We do riding clinics, which we travel as far as Raglan for, and just round this area. And we go on treks, we ride at the beach, we do a bit of dressage, we do whatever we feel like, ride over farms. So pleasure, lots of pleasure, and a little bit of very low level competition. Before I had my horse van, I had a four-wheel drive vehicle and a float, and how busy your life gets, commitments and things. I was always running late, so I had to hook up the float, and that was always a hassle. And I'm quite uncoordinated, and so trying to back my float after many lessons from my husband, etc., I just couldn't get it together. And so that's what I find with the horse van. It is so easy, and I find now if I've got to do something on the property, I'm jumping in the horse van to go and do it, put hay or water or whatever I need for the horses goes in the horse van, and I do it that way instead of dirtying up my normal driving vehicle. The convenience of it, the fact that it's right there, ready to hop in and go when I'm ready to go. I can put all my horse gear in it and leave it in it. I don't have to pack and unpack. It's so easy to drive, and the manoeuvrability of it, that it can turn very tight circles, so if I get caught in a paddock or something, I can always get out. And it's just like driving a car. I think a cup of tea is just as important. I can put the little table up and, you know, have a lunch, or, you know, friends who just have floats maybe, they can join me. And also if you go somewhere and the weather's a bit inclement, you can get out of the weather. You can take the central partition out and use the centre of it as a little stable if you want to get your horse out of the weather. And just the comfort of having somewhere to sit or lie down makes it such a convenient vehicle. I would say horse vans are the greatest thing to hit New Zealand since the equestrian world got on its feet. There are so many disciplines in equestrian now, from western to horse racing to polo to dressage, and it covers all those bases for you, and it's more convenient. You can do everything in it that you can do in a big truck, but the expense isn't there of having the big truck, and it's no HT required, and it takes the whole towing thing away. So anybody that's nervous about towing, I would suggest they go to a horse van.
The major advantage over the horse van to a horse truck is the savings and maintenance costs. You can save, say, between $5 and $6 grand a year, and they're much more manoeuvrable. You can do tight circles, you can find a park a lot easier. You don't need an HT licence, so anybody can jump in and drive it. They're modern, they're 2007 or later. They all come with immobilisers, options such as air conditioning, leather seats. You can even have wood grain panels in the back and make it as homely as you like. So they're priced from $50,000 plus GST. That's delivered, that's with your 2-year build warranty, your 1-year mechanical warranty, paint and graphics of your choice. Well, the easiest way is to go to our website, www.horsevans.mov. All the dimensions and other information is on there, or you can give us a call on 0508 Horsevans, or email me, larissa@horsevans.co.nz. That's LARISSA @horsevans.co.nz.